Okay, this was the warm-up that we did today. Make sure you rationalize that, which means no radicals in the denominator. Okay, so today we're going to start with some basic terminology. We are basically just going to go over some vocab to make sure we can do it, and then you guys can get right into your bookwork, which is Pearson Online. You should be able to now do 1 through 31. So again, 2 distinct points determine a line, A, B. The line segment is from A to B, just from A to B, points A and B. An array is a directional line where it starts at a point and then goes forever. So it is directional. You're going to want to hit pause and get this in. All right, so we have an angle, which consists of 2 rays with a common endpoint. The 2 rays are the sides of the angle. And the common endpoint is called a vertex. So make sure you hit pause and get that in your notes. I would definitely draw some pictures. The angle's measure is generated by the rotation about the vertex. It can go on the inside or the outside of the angle. The initial position is called the initial side. So from here, so this would be where you would draw it. I kind of think of it as a door. The door is when it's closed, and then the movement of the door moving is the terminal side. So make sure you draw this picture. So we have positive angles and we have negative angles. And the way that I think of a positive angle, so while it does go counterclockwise, when I think of a positive angle is you're starting at that initial side and you are going up. If you're going up, you're going to have a positive angle. If you start at the initial side and you're going down, you're going to have a negative angle. Again, hit pause, get this in your notes. We have different types of angles. So the most common unit for measuring angles is the degree. By the end of this year, we will learn another one. The complete rotation of a ray gives an angle measuring 360 degrees, and 1/360th of degrees of a complete rotation gives us a 1 degree. So the different types of angles, we've got an acute angle, which is going to be between 0 and 90. Right angle is exactly 90. An obtuse is going to be between 90 and 180, but not 91 and 180. And a straight angle is 180. Okay, so we need to know the difference between the complement and the supplement of an angle. So complementary angles are angles that have a sum of 90 degrees. So we'll use that information. If I start with 40 degrees and I know I need to get to 90 degrees, I'm going to find the difference. So 40 plus 50 equals 90, or 90 degrees minus 40 equals 50, and that would be the complement of 40 degrees. And the supplement is the same as true, but with 180 degrees. So supplementary angles are angles that have a sum of 180 degrees. If we start with that same 40, we find the difference, so we end up with 140 degrees. So this picture I would put in my notes. We are going to solve this. So we know that this is going to be complementary because it's 90 degrees. And we know it's 90 degrees because of the 90 degree angle symbol in the picture. So we combine our like terms and we end up with 9x equals 90. We solve for x. Now, solving for x doesn't give us the answer. Each angle is at 10 degrees, so we need to plug it back in. This angle is 60 degrees because it's 6 times 10, and this angle is 30 degrees because it's 3 times 10. So make sure when you're answering those questions, you answer the whole thing. Let's do it again. But now let's do a supplementary angle. So we're going to do the exact same thing. So we'll combine like terms and end up with x is equal to 18. Again, this is not an 18 degree and an 18 degree angle. We need to plug it back in. Once we plug it in, then we get 72 and 108. Okay, standard position. An angle is in standard position if the vertex is at its origin, the initial side is right here. So I would draw these pictures. So standard position. The initial side is along the positive x-axis, and the vertex is at the origin. So this is one that has an angle this one ends in angle 1, or quadrant 1. This angle is ending in quadrant 2. We could be in 3 or even 4. So quadrantal angles are angles that end, so if we were looking at this would be 90. So if we're looking here, 90 degrees, 180 degrees. We have 0 if it's right here, and 270. So that's what those are, and you can go beyond that, and 360. Coterminal angles. Notice that I have directions. See how there's an arrow for my degrees? There's an arrow here. So knowing what direction your angle is going to be incredibly important. You can't just draw a line for an angle. I need to know what direction it is. So a complete rotation of a ray results in an angle measuring 360 degrees. So by continuing the rotation, angles measuring larger than 360 degrees can be produced. These angles are called coterminal angles, meaning that they share the same ray, they just go around the axis more than once, or the origin more than once. So this one, if we were doing a 420 degree angle, we would start at the initial side and we would go up. We're going to go all the way around and we're going to stop at 360 degrees and then we would go up 60 more, and that is how we would get 420. That would be the same as starting and only going up 60 degrees. So 60 degrees and 420 degrees are coterminal. Same is true for this one. This is 830 degrees. Start on the initial side, we go around 1, go around again 2, so we're at 720 here, and then we're going to go 110 more degrees to get to 830. So 830 and 110 degrees are coterminal. So make sure you get these pictures in your notes. Make sure you note the arrows. Okay, so to find the measure of a coterminal angle. So we are going to find the angle of the least possible positive measure, coterminal, with the angle of 908 degrees. The first thing we need to figure out is how many times can we go around? How many 360s can we go around without going over 908? Well, it'd be 2 times, right? Because if we go 3 times, it'd be 1080, and 2 times is 720. So then we just find the difference between those numbers. So look, this is 1 360 degree angle, 2, and then we're going to go, so that would be 720 right here. And then we need to go up 188 more, and that will get us to the 908 degrees. So the coterminal side, this blue angle, is 188. So how you find it, there's the mathematics. That's how you find it. So let's do it again. We can also do this with negative angles. Again, negative angles, the direction is going this way, it's going down. So we are going to say 360. If we go around and we stop, we need to find how far away is 360. So if we were to go all the way around, it would be 360, but we went back 75 degrees. We would add that. We end up with 285. Make sure you get that in your notes. This is the last example. So we're going to find the angle of the least possible positive measure, coterminal angle of negative 800. So the least, the amount of times that we could go around is 3 times, right? So we are at negative 800 degrees. So we go down 1, we go down one more time, 2, and we're going to go down 1 more. So we are going to do the positive number, 1080 degrees, plus negative 800, and we end up with 280 degrees. And that will give us our positive degrees. Okay, so that was our last example of the day. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great day.